Hello, it's me, it's Margaret. We're going to be making a Mardi Gras King's Cake today. And this is Recipe Amateur Investigator. So let's get started. So the first thing I already did, I got my warm milk here, and it's 3/4 of warm milk. When you prepare your warm milk, make sure you have something to make sure the temperature on it, because it can't be no more, otherwise your yeast would die, no more between 100 to 110 or 37 to 43 Celsius. And that's why I already did that. I have it already in my bowl with the yeast amount you're going to put in there is 2 1/4. And make sure your yeast is bubbly, and it takes about 5 to 10 minutes. If it doesn't start to like bubble, your cake is not going to rise. So let's get started. I already have mine done here. So I got my stand mixer. You can use a paddle bowl if you want. We're going to put in the first thing. I already got that done. So now we're going to start with the next step. You're going to add your sugar, and your sugar is going to be 1/4 of sugar. Then you're going to crack in 2 eggs. 1 and 2. Then you're going to you need 1/4 of butter. It has to be not hot, so make sure you have it ready in here. And then you're going to go ahead and beat it. So let me take this out, and we're going to beat it. So, and while this is beating, I'm going to see it's like this. Then I'm going to add in my sour cream. Well, you don't have to add in sour cream, he said, but we're going to add in the a 1/2 cup of sour cream too. So we got the sour cream in, and let's continue to beat it. So it looks good. And then we're going to put in the yeast from here. Let me put my bowl back in. So after we already got our eggs beaten, our sugar, and our sour cream, which is optional, the next we're going to do is measure out 3.5 cups of flour, all-purpose flour, with some salt. And the salt amount is going to be 1/2 of a teaspoon. And then we're going to add in this at 1/3 at a time. So we got all this. I just want to make sure I got this in here so it doesn't fall. Oh, this little thing's in my right there. Okay. Got it in. Put my paddle in. And I'm just going to pour in the yeast with the milk, and put in a little bit of sugar to activate it. So give me one moment. We already got that in here. And then we're going to mix this up. And I'm just going to do it like if you're stirring it. So I'm going to do it very low and stir it. So the next thing I'm going to do is get my my flour. I'm going to add it in 1/3 at a time to mix it. Doing this. And I'm going to get ready to make these king cakes for my children. I already have mine made, but we haven't tasted it yet, a little bit. And just let you know a little history about the Mardi Gras. Mardi is a French word for Tuesday, and Gras means fat. So the first time that Mardi Gras came to the United States was back in 1699, and that was on March the 3rd. And Mardi Gras is usually celebrated the Tuesday before Lent. I'm not Lent, Ash Wednesday, not Lent. So that's where it comes from. So we're just trying to put all this in here. We're going to mix it up, and it's going to come off like a ball, and we're going to let it rise. So let me just keep getting this. Just keep adding. I found this recipe. I found a whole bunch of Mardi Gras recipes, but I saw this one was the most easiest one. And his name is, he's a cute guy. His name is In the Kitchen with Matt. So I was really impressed with this. I said, wow, this is really easy compared to all the other ones I was looking at. So for being an amateur, I want something easy so we could all do this and celebrate Mardi Gras. So my batter's starting to come across, come apart. It's going to be a little sticky, just to let you know. So make sure you have some type of a mat or a clean surface that we're going to roll it up in. So looks good to me. So let me open this up. Take the rest of this batter out. And we'll get started in just a second. Like I said, this is going to be kind of, it's a sticky batter, as you see. So I'm going to put it over here. I already got me some flour right here. Put some flour down. And I'm going to get it out from here, from the ball. Get my little wooden spoon. Right here, and we're going to knead it. That's why you need some extra flour on the side. So put this in the sink so you can see. So this is what it's going to look like. So you're going to put some flour down, you're going to put some flour in here on top of it, and when you knead, remember you knead out, then come back and fold, put a little flour, and then you're going to knead again. Push it out, and then fold it back. And you're going to do this for like 6 to 8 minutes. So I'm just going to keep the little bit knead in it. And I'm going to show you when I already have done. You're going to knead this, like I said, for like 6 minutes, 6 to 8 minutes until it's done. And then it's going to come into a ball. But let me just roll this a little bit more. So whichever kid's getting this one, I'll make sure I knead it with a little bit of love as I think of you. So keep rolling this. And then you're going to get another bowl, and you're going to grease it. And it should come, when you're finished kneading it, it should come, put it like in a ball. But let me just keep a little bit more so I get this off my hands. To the side. Okay, so let me just get this in a little ball now. As you see. See if you do it right, your hands won't get so yucky. It's still a little yucky. And then I'm going to put this to the side. I got one already done right here, so I'm just going to reuse this bowl and put this one in. Once you let it rise, look how pretty it looks. See how much it rise from a little bit like this to this. After an hour and a half, you can say, wow. And then you punch it down. My son would like this part. You punch it down, and then you're going to take it out. And then I'm going to put this one in here. Oops, not yet, babies. And then I'm going to put it in here. And just kind of roll it around with the oil. And make sure when you roll it around with the oil in the bowl, make sure there's enough oil, so you want to roll it around on each side so it doesn't dry out as it gets big, like this one. And then you're going to make sure it's in a ball. Cover it back up with some plastic wrap. And I'm still from the old school. I put a little towel over it, like my grandmother Pearl taught me, to make it rise. So we're going to let it rise. This is going to be doing a lot of rising. So the next thing we're going to do is, I'm going to put a little bit of flour so it's like this. You're going to roll it out. So we're going to roll it out. Kind of want it kind of like a rectangular shape, because then we're going to roll it. I mean, we're going to have to put the cinnamon and the brown sugar and some butter. It's kind of like making a cinnamon roll, kind of a little bit. So I want to get this out. Sure this goes this way. And this goes this way. It's not going to be perfect, but I'm trying to get it. Okay. A little bit more on this side. This cake is enough to... I was so surprised how big it gets, so... Okay. Now that I have it like that, put this in here. I already got my brown sugar and my cinnamon mixture, and I'll tell you how much it's going to be. With the brown sugar for the filling, it's 2/3 cups of brown sugar, and make sure it's packed. Then it's 2 tablespoons of ground of cinnamon. So you can use fresh cinnamon and grind it, or you can go ahead and use the cinnamon that's already in powder form and put it in. And then you got 6 tablespoons of soft butter. So let me get my butter, put it in, and then you're going to mix it together in here. It's kind of like making a big giant cinnamon roll, huh? A big cinnamon thing to me. Okay. And once this is all mixed up, oh my gosh, you just smell it. Once this is all mixed up, smells so sweet. With the cinnamon and the brown sugar. Okay, once we got it all mixed up, then we're gonna pour it all over this. And then we're gonna roll it. Just like a cinnamon roll. I know I done a cinnamon roll. I don't know if I filmed one, but I did make one. My mother loved it. She goes, Margaret, did you make this? I said, Mother, I always make everything for you fresh. So let's go ahead and just roll this out. I like how the sugar didn't break up. Okay. Let's put the rest of it in. And then you just spread it all over. Keep spreading it evenly everywhere that you want to go. And then we're going to roll it. I think the hands work best. He used a little brush, but I guess I forgot to pick mine out. This look works good, just like this. See how nice it looks? Looks like a big cinnamon roll. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to wash my hands real quick. Try to get some of this off of me. We're going to roll it. When you roll it, you're going to roll it towards you, long ways. So I forgot some of this other goodness. So let's get this in. He didn't want to be left out of the party. Okay, rewash. Okay, so let's roll. So we're just going to roll this. That baby wants to jump in. And just keep rolling forward to you. Keep rolling forward. See how pretty that looks, huh? Now it's nice and long, just like a cinnamon roll. If this was a cinnamon roll, you'll just put it in an oven like this, and when you finish, you slice it. But this is a little different. We're going to make it to a circle. So the next thing you're going to do is get a pan, Make sure you have parchment paper or one of those silicone mats that you can cook on. And then we're going to put it on top of this. And you're going to make the round. Just kind of pinch it into the center so it sticks. What am I doing? And guess what we have to do next? No, it's not time to bake it yet. Back up. We have to now recover this again and let it grow again for 1 hour. And then after that, you're going to bake it in the oven. After you bake it in the oven, the temperature of the oven is going to be at 350. And you're going to bake it 25 to 30 minutes. I did mine in the gas and it did it at 25. So let me go ahead and show you how you cover it. Get my plastic wrap, because there is an art to it. There's not really. So you're going to get your wrap. You're going to cover it this way. And then you're going to cover it long ways. Now what I'm going to do is cover this, let this set. Then I'm going to put this in the oven and let it bake. So the next time you see me, we're going to be decorating it. And I'll tell you about the history of the color. So we're going to put this in here right now. And again, the old-fashioned way of me, I'm going to cover it and let this rise for 1 hour. So I see you back in 1 hour. So we're back. So I already baked the king's cake. I put it in the oven at 375 for 25 minutes in my gas stove. I have it out. So the next thing we're going to do is ice it. We're going to put the baby inside, and then we're going to decorate it with the colors. So first, let's make the icing. The icing is 1 to 1.5 cup of powdered sugar. Then we're going to get 1/2 of a tablespoon of the vanilla. And then we're going to put in some milk, about 1 to 1.5, but we're going to watch it because we don't want it runny, but we don't want it too thick. So I have my powdered sugar in. God, this cake smells so good. I'm sorry. It's very distracting. So I'm going to put in some and let me stir it up. And the reason why the cake is oval, the oval means united of faith. So this faith is united as one. So we're going to go ahead and put this in. I don't know if anybody ever been to a Mardi Gras before. I remember going in my 20s. I had one of the best times ever. It was a totally different experience, living in, I'm from Texas, so we just went across to Louisiana and we went. It was so much fun. It was an experience. I remember this place that we went to, one of the first places to have a couple of drinks, called the Dungeon Room. I don't know if it's in there, but it really did look like a dungeon. And they could put you inside of a dungeon, lock you up, and you could have your drinks in there. I don't know if that place is still there. And then everybody knows Patrick O'Brien. So it looks like it's getting good. I like my icing. But if you've never been to a Mardi Gras, you should at least experience one. I know in home too, we have them in Galveston, Texas too. And then we're going to put the vanilla in, and it's a 1/2. This is a whole, so I'm just going to put 1/2 of this in. Put my vanilla away. We're going to mix it up. Now the cake comes out, it has to be warm when you put the icing on it, just to let you know. So we're going to put a baby in there. There goes my Westies. So you're going to put the baby in. You're supposed to put one baby in. And what the baby symbolizes is good luck. But back in the days, early days when we were discussing, whoever got the baby was either the king or the queen of the evening. So And today, the baby represent good luck. And whoever gets the baby needs to make the cake for next year. So last year, my daughter did it. And she didn't have a baby, so she used like a nut. So I got the nut, so I'm making the cakes this year. So I thought this would be a great demonstration. So you're supposed to put one baby in, but I'm going to put a couple babies in because I believe everybody should have some good luck. So gives them a little bit more chance. This one's going to be for my son and my son-in-law. So this one's for y'all. And I'm going to go ahead and put the babies in. And don't worry about making the mark because you're going to cover the icing is going to cover it. So let's see. I'm going to put one right here. And you just shove the baby in. Go back in there. Okay. Nice. And then I'm going to put another one. Let's put another one right down here. Then I'll put one more down here. No, again, you're only supposed to put one, but I'm doing this as fun for the kids. I'm going to put another one right there. It's a nice place to hide it. And I'm going to put one probably right here. I'll put it here first. And there it is. But again, I'm just doing this for fun for them. So close that up. It's going to have some icing there anyway. So next, I'm going to get the icing. And I'm just going to drizzle it all on. Especially where I'm covering where I put them in. I just want to make sure I cover that area first. And the reason I put parchment paper on the bottom, because just in case this icing all flows off, I don't have to do extra work of cleaning. This is so much fun doing this. See how nice? It's nice and oval. And I'm just going to keep icing it. God, it smells so good. Like I said, it looks like a big giant cinnamon cake. Get icing everywhere. It's going to go over. I'll clean it up for them. I just want to make sure all the colors stick on here. So that looks really good. Let's put some more over there. Here. There we go. Now what we're going to do is get your three colors. So your three colors are going to be green. Green means faith. Then I'm going to use gold. Gold means power. And purple means justice. That's what the three colors mean. So let's decorate. Put some green all over it. And just let it go on here. And then I'm going to put some gold. Gold's pretty color on here. And then we're going to put some purple. Make sure I get it. And then I'm just going to redo the colors again. Put some more green. All over it. I'm going to put back over here with some more green. No. And then put the gold on there. And then the purple again. And that's what your Mardi Gras cake looks like. Isn't that pretty? I love it. I think it's so pretty. Now, I already have mine already done, so I don't want to mess theirs up because I want the icing to sit. But I made one last night, and we're going to taste that one. Grab it. Again, this is for my family here, since we're all, during COVID, we have to stay away from each other. So this is for my family that were here. And isn't that pretty? I haven't even tasted it, so I said I'm going to taste it and see. Again, this recipe was the most simplest one I saw. The guy was really cool when he demonstrated. He went step by step. He has a video too, and his name is Matt. And I'm going to post this recipe on my Facebook channel at Recipe Amateur Investigator. And join me on Facebook at Recipe Amateur Investigator. And make sure you see the one that says group. And again, this is called In the Kitchen with Matt. So let's taste it, because I haven't even tasted it yet. Let's see. And you know I know where the baby is, so I'm going to give me some good luck and fortune. But there's more than one baby in there. So if you do have a small child, though, don't give them the slice where you know where the baby's at, or take it out, or else if you have small children, and maybe you can leave the baby head poke out, so this way they don't choke on it, so you can pull it out. So be careful with that. Don't choke on it. So again, let me cut my cake. Here. Just going to break off a piece. And like I said, there's my baby. So let's taste it. Oh my God, so sweet. It just tastes like a big giant cinnamon roll, except the texture is more of a cakey. Oh my gosh, this is really good. Well, I hope you and your family enjoyed this recipe as much as I know my family's going to love this. Happy Mardi Gras, guys. Happy Fat Tuesday. Talk to you again. Come join me again. Bye.